TJ, thinking about your experience in the program, if you had some things to say to prospective students, what would they be?
You need to be very aware that it is intense, and I think not intense in a scary way, not intense in a negative way, but you need to be aware that this isn't for somebody who's looking to get something done tomorrow or in a week from now. It's for somebody who's in a position where they're ready to hit the ground running, where they want to get a brush up on necessary skills and also learn new cutting edge skills and then be ready to kind of springboard into their career. You need to be aware that it is quick, that you are going to be giving up a lot of time because time is against you when you have 3 months to do 8 modules and learn such great new ideas.
Having worked with you now in the Innovator, I'm really glad that you applied here. And I'm awfully glad you got in, because you typify the kind of MBA student that we want in this program.
Laurie, how was the Innovator module developed and why was it important for this MBA course?
The Innovator course was really the baseline piece, the foundation piece for all of the rest of the modules in the MBA program. When we all sat down as a team and talked about developing the program, we thought that it was very important to start you guys off with setting habits of mind in a disciplined way that would allow you guys to see the same old stuff in fresh ways, and then to act upon it, to find ways to creatively problem solve across boundaries, across countries, across different aspects of business, to be able to combine things in fresh new ways, to begin to put those habits of mind together in a disciplined way, and then act upon them to set yourselves apart, not only here within the MBA program and at the university, but obviously in your work in future. We want them to be applicable to all kinds of areas of business that will vault you ahead of the pack as a creative problem solver.
Interesting. So I know that you've worked for Lucasfilms. Was innovation a key in your career?
Yes, absolutely. I don't think you can work for George Lucas and not have imagination and innovation be a key. But more importantly, what I learned from George was it's one thing to imagine something, it's a whole other thing to actually put it into action. And in business, you've got to be able to do both. And coming back around to the Innovator course, that was really my reason for being in developing it, so that you can use your imagination in practical ways. And I think that's more important now than ever, given where the economy is and the kind of imagination that's going to be needed to revamp and revitalize so many of these companies and businesses.
Yeah, I'm excited moving forward.
So TJ, has your orientation and thoughts toward the future changed because of the program?
Yes. I worked for several years in the recycling industry. I worked for a green energy company throughout Europe, and I spent time in 14 different European countries, but mainly spent time in France, Austria, and Germany. When that management training program was finished, I was hired as a biodiesel production manager at a station in the south of Germany. And so I've always been kind of looking toward new ideas and how, different ways to recycle, and also learning about other cultures and learning another language and kind of bringing all those experiences, trying to bring them back to the classroom with me. And so I kind of became aware that there are different ways of doing the same task, and bringing those questions to the Innovator course and then having the course help me develop the skills necessary to do that properly. And how can I let go of the way things have been done in the United States? How can we bring in key things from other cultures? How can I bring them not only to the U.S., but how can I bring them to my career and to the people I'm working with to advance our goals? I think the Innovator course, being one of the first courses, was key for me, not only in my skill set, but in my background and what I want to do as an entrepreneur in the future.
That's great. When we sat down to design this program, that's exactly what we were shooting for. There's many different ways to set the table in an MBA program, and we wanted to do something that was genuinely different, that connected the classic elements of business at a master's level in fresh and dynamic ways. So it's great to hear that you actually did that in your work experience prior to coming here, and that tells me one of the reasons why you were selected.
Great, I like that.